Hello again. This is FSH Society's Story Time with Belinda Miller. I'll be reading again from Winterfrost, the first book in the series, Scylla's Quest. Enjoy! Chapter 7, The Book of Necromancers. The Red Witch, cringed Scylla. The thought echoed in his brain like a swarm of insects stinging him from the inside. She's really real? The book? What book? The book that no one ever spoke about? The forbidden book? Scylla felt dizzy from the words. The book, as it was spoken among the wise and twisted oak, was known to be an ancient tome of magical spells and incantations. A book of conjuring and evil. The Book of Necromancers provided a dark magic that allowed the spell caster to contact the spirits of the dead for purposes of revealing the future or changing the course of events. The Blue Witch had spoken of its evil powers many years ago. He had spoken of it to Grandma Polly, as she had held the position of village librarian, record keeper, and scribe. Grandma Polly had been a student of alchemy and apothecary, and was often spotted in the woods late at night, talking to the fairies and sprites. She even had the appearance of a chubby little fairy herself. She always glowed and sparkled whenever she spoke, and children and animals loved her. She had truly been a happy soul. The Blue Witch had trained her in the use of herbs to make healing potions and elixirs. Grandma Polly would scour the forests and countryside in search of her ingredients, such as king's soil, dragonroot, and ogre leaf. She would grind the seeds and flowers and make poultices for both gnome and beast. Everyone healed under her care. Grandma Polly had once used her healing skills to save the life of little Tommy Greenleaf, a freckled-faced little boy with two big front teeth. His family had lived in the center of town near the Twisted Oak and Bare Root households. One sunny summer day, young Tommy had wandered into the vast enchanted forest with some of his friends and had been attacked and bitten by a giant black and purple spider with green spots. As the young gnome lay in his bed, clutching to his blankets and fighting for his life, Grandma Polly had frantically raced through the bordering pumpkin patch until she found a very special ingredient for spider bites, especially spiders with green spots. It was called iron stem and only grew in limited quantities during certain hours of the day. Thankfully for little Tommy Greenleaf's sake, Grandma Polly had finally found a small gathering of the valuable root under an enormous orange pumpkin on the side of the grassy hill. She had snatched all of it in anticipation of never having to frantically search for the root again. Spider bites were common, but not from spiders with green spots. a small, brown field mouse called Mrs. Pumpkin Doodle Smith had witnessed the thievery. The root was growing in her garden and had shaken her fists in disgust. The outrage had gone unheard, sadly, as Grandma Tolland flew back to the village without looking back. Young Tommy was healed, of course, and the villagers had erected a sign in her honor by the forest path and noted it on their mats. In addition to training her on the procurement and cataloging of correct ingredients, Azure had also taught Great-Grandma Tolly which plants and flowers to stay away from. Many wild plants, roots, and mushrooms were poisonous and even deadly. He would walk with her through the forests and point out some of the nightshades and berries that could kill in an instant. Some of the most deadly specimens included the curly leaf of the vampire's kiss, the bright red fruit of the goldenberry, and worst of all, the spiked tendrils of the ghost vine. The warlock had explained more than once that a thorn from the ghost vine, even a nick, could kill any living creature within 10 seconds. 10 seconds is agonizing pain. Grandma Tolly had paid very close attention to all these warnings and carefully documented them in her leather-bound notebook of potions. The warlock had also revealed to her the nightmarish existence of the demonic shadows and swirling mists that lived in the foggy depths of the vast enchanted forest. He whispered to her that they could change shape in an instant and capture small children and disappear with them into hollow tree stumps and other dark places. Upon hearing that, Great-Grandma Tolly had vowed to never let any of her 33 children to venture far outside the Mushroom Castle after dark. Philip remembered one night when he and Sallow were sitting outside their bedroom window on the tree limb and looking up to Azure's constellation. Sallow, the adventurous one, had attempted to goad Philip into sneaking out. They had just watched Great-Grandma Tolly walk towards the direction of the forest. A procession of fireflies followed her, lighting up the stone paths where she walked. She was carrying a little basket with her and appeared to be sprinkling crumbs of something along the path. Sallow wanted to follow her. "Come on, Flip," Sallow's nickname. "Let's go. She'd never see us. We can cover ourselves with one of Papa's sacks and stay low to the ground." "No, no, no," said Philip. "It's against the rules. We get caught, we'll never be able to go to the market again." That was a big deal to Philip. He had his eye on a cute little redhead gnome there. He wasn't going to risk not seeing her. "Come on, Philip. We'll shimmy down the rope I have. No one will ever know we're gone," pleaded his brother. Sallow was the eldest and the strongest, and mostly got his way, but Philip was not risking it, not this time. By the time they finished arguing, Great-Grandma Tolly had vanished into the misty darkness of the evening. She had disappeared into the vast enchanted forest, taking her army of fireflies with her. A cold breeze wafted up into Sallow and Sillet's bedroom window. The fingers of their tree limbs tickled and scratched at the circular windows. "Grrr!" exclaimed Sillet. "Where did that chill come from?" "You're right, Sillet, as usual," remarked Sallow. "Maybe another night." He grunted and fell back into the room, disappointed. Sallow's night would come. Far away, along cobblestone roads and dirt paths of their land, lay another mushroom castle, set on a hill at the edge of the great swamp. High above, in the tallest tower, the Blue Witch waited and watched Sallow through his ebony looking glass and smiled.